It was almost Christmas that year. We were about to do a winter show, and all of our family and friends will be there. One time, I think we had to cancel it because there was going to be a snowstorm. This story was back in 2009. About a Minnie Mouse Clubhouse episode, all about a big dance night. If you want to hear some more stories, please give a like and subscribe. Now let's get started. This all started when I was 9, and our costumes were ready that time. We decided to test them out. Me and my friend were at the house. We were at our aunt's house because our mom and dad had to go to a party. Our auntie said our dresses looked wonderful and that it would look like snowflakes by the dance tonight. Well, it's not actually a dance, but it would be one. Now, during that time, my friend wanted me to come over to her house sometime, but due to the snowstorm, there was a lot of snow that we can't come over. Soon, my friend left. And by the time it was bedtime, my brother and sister were awake, back from daycare. They spent a long time there, almost till nighttime, always. It was my sister's first time, and she was very nervous that morning. But it went good. Soon the snowstorm started, and we decided to turn on the news. It is said that a snowstorm was about to begin, and it was heading for us. So we decided to make sure our mom and dad was okay. While the snowstorm was starting, we decided to look outside. Whoa, that's a lot of snow, I said. Speaking of snow, Auntie then takes out a Minnie Mouse Clubhouse book. Would you like me to read you a story? This gave me a great idea to get a VHS tape of Minnie Mouse Clubhouse. So, the next day I decided to get one from Walmart. My auntie then said, "Are you sure there's a VHS tape? Besides, Minnie Mouse Clubhouse isn't even real." I then winked, because I already know. Ew, it wasn't real. And by the time you know it, of course, a Minnie Mouse Clubhouse VHS tape was on the floor. I don't know why those things always pop up everywhere whenever I seem to walk. Every time in a store or a place you would find a Minnie Mouse Clubhouse DVD. Okay, girls, let's get in the car. Soon when we were in the car, I looked at the VHS tape. On the VHS tape, it said Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Christmas Classics. I thought it was a Minnie Mouse Clubhouse tape. I then frowned. Oh, don't worry, dear. Besides, there's still Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, right? I then nodded. I shook my head. When we got back home, I was surprised. By the time I got home, I then saw some picture footage of Minnie Mouse Clubhouse in her clubhouse. There must be a Minnie Mouse Clubhouse episode in this VHS tape. Soon, my brother and sister cheered. We decided to put the VHS tape in. When it started, it got the Playhouse Disney logo. Later, Somehow, for no reason, we then see a warning screen popped up. I remember that a snowstorm was coming, and that's a banner that would usually come when bad weather was coming. I decided to ignore it. Soon the Minnie Mouse Clubhouse theme song started. Stuff were normal, and by the time it ended, I then see a title screen. Winter Formal. On the title screen, there was a snowflake on the back of the title. And the characters in the title was Clarabelle and Goofy. This was the first time I saw Goofy in a Minnie Mouse Clubhouse episode. I couldn't wait. And it had Clarabelle and Goofy about to do a dance. Soon, Toodles then scoops out of the screen with the title too. Soon the episode started. It all started with Minnie Mouse looking at the camera with a calendar in her hand. "Hello, everybody," she then giggles. "Welcome to the Clubhouse." Today, I decided to go out with Clarabelle to a party. My brother and sister always know that Minnie loves parties, especially in the Minnie Mouse Clubhouse episode. Aunt Minnie. Soon we then see Millie and Melody rushing to Minnie, bumping into her, and giggling. "Watch where you're going, girls," said Minnie. "Now what is it?" "Minnie, we made snowflake drawings with you and us." Millie and Melody then showed it to Minnie. "Oh, that's beautiful, girls," she then says, and hugs them. Soon we then hear a knock on the door instead of a doorbell, which was weird. There we see Clarabelle. She was looking as pretty as can be. She was wearing a blue bow with a snowflake on it. And there we then see her with a pretty blue dress with snowflake bows on it. There was gloves on her hands, and she was looking mighty fancy. "Why, Clarabelle, you look beautiful," said Minnie. "What's the occasion?" "Oh, Minnie, did you forgot?" said Clarabelle. "Today's the winter formal. Your friend Mickey said everyone was going to be there in their best dress outfit." "Oh, I completely forgot," said Minnie. Minnie then rushed to get one of her Christmas clothes, and then she put it on. "How do I look?" "You look mighty snazzy," said Millie. Melody then nods and says, "Yeah, it does look awesome." "Thank you, girls," said Minnie. "Can't we go too?" said Millie and Melody. Clarabelle then shook her head and no. "I'm sorry, girls. This party is only for the grown-ups." This made me laugh and get a bit frustrated. And yeah, because my parents would always go out to parties. The next scene then shows Clarabelle's house at nighttime. There, we then see Minnie and Clarabelle going to the door. Back at the clubhouse, Millie and Melody were getting babysat by Daisy, who didn't went to the party because she decided to take care of the twins. Minnie then knocked on the door of Clarabelle's house. When the door opened, there was Goofy. He was in a black tuxedo suit, and he was wearing like a blue shirt underneath with, of course, a bow with a snowflake on it. He was wearing black and blue shoes. "Why, Clarabelle, you look amazing," said Goofy. I sure do. It's marvelous. Goofy then sees Minnie. Why, Minnie, he then says, I haven't seen you ever since the old days you were with Mickey before the clubhouse. He then said, Gorge, I never even seen you since a year. It's so exciting to see you again. It was actually weird because I thought Goofy was with Minnie ever since that episode Rockfest. Anyways, we then see Minnie and Clarabelle walk into Clarabelle's house. There we see a lot of grown-ups there. Mickey then spots Minnie and in a happy tone says, Minnie, you made it! Mickey and Minnie hugged each other. Y'all are a good couple, they said. And then the worst part came. Standing there, was one of Minnie's enemy friends. One of his bullies. I forgot his name, but it starts with an E. You might as well remember it from the very first episode of the Minnie Mouse Clubhouse series from the Backdoor Pilot. Minnie then gasps, What are you doing here? E-name? Yeah, I'm gonna say E-name as his name from now on. I forgot it. Anyways, soon he comes rushing towards Minnie and says, You're looking snazzy, or do you? He then throws a cupcake at her dress. Why you, says Minnie, and starts running to him. But Clarabelle tries to stop her and holds her dress. It's okay, Minnie. I'll take care of him later, in a gruffy voice. I like these fights. Later, the next scene then shows Clarabelle on the microphone on stage. It was in their backyard. All right, people, give a big warm welcome to my guest of honor, my fabulous friend Goofy, here to introduce us to the snowflake. Why, howdy, everybody. Goofy then walks up to the stage and then does a dance with Clarabelle. They then attempt to sing the song, The Snowflake. Everyone started to do the snowflake except Minnie, who didn't know how to do it yet. Mickey, she then whispered, how do you do the snowflake? Why would you say so, Minnie? Soon, Mickey then teaches her. First, you gotta go into one side, go to the other side, shake your hands in the air, and make it fall down like snow. Soon, everyone was doing it, especially Minnie. That scene was short. The next scene showed Minnie in her car leaving the party, saying goodbye to Clarabelle, Goofy, and Mickey. But Mickey decided to go with Minnie. Bye, Clarabelle, bye, Goofy, Minnie says, and so was Mickey. Bye, guys. We had a very good time. Come back again. They then close the door, and Mickey and Minnie just go back to Mickey's house. There at Mickey's house, Mickey then closed the door of Minnie's car. Bye, Minnie. We had a great time together. I like showing you how to do the snowflake. Thanks, Mickey. Soon, Mickey then closed the door and Minnie leaves his house. Later, back at the clubhouse, stuff were going crazy. Pillows were everywhere, and feathers came out, which made Daisy sneeze. Achoo, Daisy then says, and soon bows fly everywhere, landing on Daisy at the top of her head, with her losing her purple bow. The girls giggled. Girls, you're supposed to go to bed. Uh-oh, they both said, and decided to run back. Soon, we then see Daisy say thank you. Then the screen turned black. Soon, a title then said, 2 days later. It then showed Millie, Melody, and Minnie and Melody telling Minnie telling her how was her winter formal night. It was great, girls, said Minnie. She even got to show her pictures, but by the time she was about to show the pictures, something bad happened to the pictures. Minnie then gasps. There, shown in the pictures, was one of her bully friends about to throw a cupcake by her dress, but it accidentally shone in the camera. She was attempting to take a picture of people dancing, but his bully friend accidentally blocks the camera. And that was the time Minnie was about to fight, but got towards Clarabelle. The other pictures was too crowded to see Goofy and Clarabelle. Lots of people were in front of her, and not only people, but big people. Pigs, elephants, everyone was in the way. Minnie started to sob. Oh, girls, these would have been good pictures, but now they're ruined thanks to everyone in that party. Minnie starts to cry, but the girls decided to do something even better. Why not make a party here? That way, it will be just like the party from earlier, but this time we'll invite our own friends. Minnie then starts to smile. Great idea, girls. Soon, Minnie decides to dial her friends. Mickey, Daisy, Goofy, Donald, Clarabelle, but Pete was secretly invited too. We then see Pete by his tree, wanting to call Minnie, and decides to prank her by pretending to be Daisy. Ring, ring, the telephone rang. Soon Minnie picks up the phone. We then see two sides, one with Minnie at her clubhouse and one with Pete at his tree. Hello, Minnie then says. Oh, hello, Minnie. Pete tries to imitate Daisy. It's me, Daisy. I would love to be invited. How'd you know? Minnie then says in a sternly tone. And why does your voice sound like that? Oh dear, it looks like I'm sick. By the time we heard Pete saying those silly words, trying to imitate Daisy, my brother and sister started laughing. I started to laugh too, but not as much as they were. They just love seeing Pete imitate others. In one of the Clubhouse episodes of Mickey Mouse, we even get to see Pete imitate Mickey. It was one of those Easter episodes. Anyways, Minnie wasn't sure about this. Pete! She then yells. Pete got so scared, he fell off one of his hammocks. I then started to laugh. Soon, our grandma then noticed us watching. This was the first time one of our parent members noticed us watching. Oh! You're watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse? It was actually Minnie Mouse Clubhouse. Our grandma was surprised when she saw underneath was a time stand, and underneath the time stand said Minnie Mouse Clubhouse. Our grandma fainted, but we didn't care about her. We just sent her back to bed. But we didn't want to be late for the next scene, so we decided to rush back to the TV. And I mean quickly. But by the time we were there, the next scene already started. That was sad. Anyways, the next scene then shows everyone at the clubhouse. But before that, it showed Minnie's clubhouse. And it was nighttime. There was some sparkling blue and white lights all around the clubhouse, with adding green and red around it, which imitated Christmas. There we see all of Minnie and Mickey's friends dressed up in Christmas clothes instead, and they were still wearing one of their winter formal uniforms, but with a Christmas theme. Isn't it fun having friends over? Yeah, everyone then says. Then soon the time stand then said 5 days later. There we then see, oh, isn't it fun? Lots of friends came over. It was amazing, and this time we had fun. And there was not a lot of people, and it didn't block the camera. That was fun. Soon, the girl said, oh, Minnie, we're tired of hearing all the parties now. We want to go to bed. Okay, girls, I'll hand up another party. The girls then were tired that they flopped on the floor. The next scene then showed Minnie calling everyone to have another party. Everyone then groaned. But Minnie, we already had 2. One with Clarabelle and one with you already hosting a Christmas party. But I want to host more. Everyone then hung up. Since Minnie was so sad, she attempts to cry on the sofa. Oh, come on, Minnie, not in this episode. Soon, the title screen, it's faded to black, and the title screen said, 10 days later. Later, it then showed the worst scene we ever seen. It then showed Millie, Melody, Mickey, Daisy, Goofy, Donald, Clarabelle, and Pete all around Minnie looking angry when they enter the clubhouse, sneaking in. Minnie then wakes up, and with a scare, everyone said, enough parties already. Minnie then was shocked. What are y'all doing here? Soon, we then hear everyone say, you host too much parties, Minnie. Minnie then agrees. She did host too much parties and decided that everyone should take a break. Finally, she then said sorry, and they decided instead to just hang out for tonight, having a sleepover. The next day was going to be Christmas, and they decided to spend the night, which was even more better. And instead of a party, it was a slumber party. They had a pillow fight. They play together, too. But for now on, by the end of the episode, at the very end, everyone was having a pillow fight. Minnie then showed Pete to the door. She then said, oh no, Pete, you're not invited, you imitator. She then slams the door, leaving him outside. Gosh, he then says, I wish I was attended to a party. Pete starts to cry, and then the screen fades to black. The episode ended. That episode was great, and it also taught a valuable lesson to kids not to do too much. My brother and sister started laughing, because I thought that episode was funny, especially the parts with Pete and how it was funny showing him at the end. You'll never know when a funny episode pops up, especially when it's hilarious during Christmas time.